giving yourself a space where you're just being patient with yourself and aware of the energy you're creating. Waddle from side to side, maybe pull the flesh from side to side. So we're doing a special sciatica relief stretch this morning because I hear a lot of people talking about the lower back pain, energy that they're feeling in their body that they're working to release. So the strap is really good to allow for that little bit, create a little more space when it needs. So every breath, we're creating a little more action, more energy, and it's all falling into place. But it takes a little bit of energy to tap into that. So flex the toes back towards the face at first and feel what that feels like. And when you flex the toes back towards the face, you can scoot the hips back a little bit. You can flex the toes back a little bit. You start to just find where the body can let you in. And then feel that the shoulders draw back and down away from the ears. So just for a quick little opening, start to reach the arms out wide and then inhale and reach the arms all the way up. And just notice what that feels like through the sides of the body. So then just exhale and come all the way down. Simple stretches. Arms out wide, chin lifts, hips forward, shoulders back, reach up. And exhale, come all the way down. Timing the movement with the breath. Inhale, reach, lift, straighten, strengthen, hips forward, shoulders back. And exhale, come all the way down. Then when it feels good, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale and fold forward slowly. Feel that the back of the neck and shoulders start to let you in. So as you inch the fingertips forward, you start to find that the body is easing you into the space where you wanted to be anyway. Opening you up, getting a little access to the back of the neck, head, and shoulders. Feel that the back of the neck is releasing and the elbows start to drop. Then I'll ask you to focus on the inhale and exhale. Starting to take big, deep inhales. Feel the toes flexing, feel the hips pull back. Inch the fingertips forward and then let your head drop. Separate the teeth, release the jaw, inch the arms forward, and then maybe flex the toes back just to get a little action there. Notice where you can get a little more attention in the body. Then the elbows wide when it feels good. Let the teeth separate, let the jaw release. By now you start to feel the energy moving through the backs of your thighs. Now that's the first step, just feeling that energy. Then if you flex the toes back, it'll intensify the energy through the quads, through the calves, through the heels. And you want to feel that strength through the legs because your legs right now are your support system. So when you're ready, come back up to center. Take your time. So now grab onto your towel, your strap, your pillowcase. So just that you don't need anything fancy. If you have a pillowcase, you can wrap it around a couple times and twirl it around a couple times and it gives you this nice long strap. If you have a fancy strap, feel free to use that too. Find what feels good. Now we're going to ease in. So luckily the strap gives you a little space. So I'll ask you to kind of fling it forward in front of your feet. Take your time. And wherever you need to be to get the strap at your big toe mounds. So it should be right below your toes because it's just your mounds, your big toe against the strap. Now notice immediately that allows you to sit up a little straighter. So you have this resistance, pull the shoulders back. If you want a little more, you flex the toes back. That's going to allow you to sit up a little straighter, work the energy out of your lower back and transfer it back into your hamstrings, which is usually the cause of lower back tension and pain in the first place. So if we can isolate the hamstrings, we immediately access the energy through the lower back and hips. So by now you should be feeling it. You can smile while you're feeling it. Pull the shoulders back. Flex the toes, pull the elbows into the hips, and start to reach your heart forward. Keep the chin lifted at first. So visualize that your chin will one day come into that space between your big toes. And when it does, you should take a picture of it, create an Instagram story, put it on Facebook. Everybody will be very impressed. Phyllis, make sure you tag me. Pull the elbows in. Pull the shoulders back. Keep inching forward. Give yourself 2 more breaths. Notice every breath, the sensation changes a little. There's a different energy with every breath. Take a big, deep inhale and exhale, come forward a little farther. Feel the elbows pulling back into the hips. Feel those toes flexing back to the face. Find that your body's letting you in. And then take one more big inhale And exhale. Now let your forehead drop. Let the back of the neck release. Let the chin tuck into the chest and flex the toes back towards the face. Give yourself 2 more breaths. Think about the elbows pulling into the hips. Think about the toes flexing back, and think about your heart reaching farther forward. Every inhale and exhale is giving you a little more access. So take 1 more breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Pull a little bit more on the strap. Pull the elbows and shoulders back. By now, you should feel the connection from your heels, your calves, your hamstrings, and your lower back. Luckily, everything's connected. That means we can kind of work around where the pain is or where the tension is, and then release it by working around it. So now just release your strap, your towel, your pillowcase. Let your elbows drop. Let your feet fall wide. You'll start to feel that tension that you were noticing in the hamstrings and hips starts to release. The back of the neck lets go. Your forehead falls into the space between your knees. And maybe all you're doing now is just focusing on your breath. So take 5 big inhales and exhales. Feel the inhale like it moves your body. And then the exhale like it releases you a little deeper. The feet fall a little wider, the back of the neck and shoulders release a little more. Take 1 more breath. Hold on to your strap, bring it back with you. So now we've gotten a little action through both legs. Let's focus on the right leg. Bend your left knee, sole of the left foot inside of the right thigh. A lot of this energy is going to depend on the alignment. So look at your big toe. It should point straight up in line with your heel. Your heel should be perfectly in line with your hip and your shoulder. Notice everything is in divine synchronicity. Your shoulder, your hip, your big toe, your heel, your leg is perfectly straight. This is going to allow you to get access to the lower back on the right side and a little action through the left if you're lucky. So take your towel, strap your pillowcase, same positioning at the big toe mound. That big toe mound is so important because that is that one line of muscle that runs all the way through the back of the leg, all the way up through the belly, through the diaphragm, and out through the tip of your tongue. So it's a long muscle that runs through your whole body. Hug the elbows in. Notice how close my elbows are. Try to bring them in so they're even closer than your shoulders. So it's as if you were going to pull your elbows in and they might touch your ribs. Now pull the shoulders back, flex the right toes back, kick with the right heel, and already you should feel some action in there. Now when it feels good, start to bring the upper body forward. Now you don't need to come forward too far. Come forward until you feel something. Reach the chin past the big toe, flex the right toes back, pull the right hip back. Take a big inhale, lift the chin, open the throat. Exhale, come forward. So you use the inhale to fill your belly, fill your body with breath, and then the exhale allows you to take over that space. Big inhale, shoulders back, chin lifts. Exhale, reach the heart forward. Think about the elbows dropping. Now watch your right toes, because by now they might have tried to sneak over to the right. Look at where that big toe is pointing. Get it to point straight up to the sky. Take 1 more big inhale. Feel the body lift. Exhale, come forward, elbows hug in. Let the forehead drop towards your right knee. Take 3 breaths here. The moment you let your head drop, be mindful that you don't have a death grip on the strap. So you want to hold on to it, but you don't want to create stress in your shoulders and neck because you're holding on to it. So keep letting the chin tuck into the chest. Let the shoulders pull away from the ears. Take a big inhale and exhale, come a little farther forward. Now we're going to have a little fun with the strap. So the strap luckily is going to glide across your foot. So slowly bring the left hand towards the right foot and let the right hand with the strap come back towards the right heel. Just that's going to change things because it's going to get you into a little twist. Look over the right shoulder. Start to lower the left ear towards your right knee. Now your ear doesn't have to touch your knee. Your focus is to lower the left elbow and shoulder down and pull the right shoulder back. Give yourself 3 long, deep breaths. You could feel that the right toes are flexing back to the face. You could feel that the right hip is pulling to the wall behind you. You can feel like your left ear is coming to the right knee, and all of that are ways to intensify the stretch. Now this is your hamstring, it's your back, it's your strap. I want you to find a space where the intensity is allowing you in. I don't want it to discourage you or make you feel like it's too much. So if it feels like it's too much, you have the option to back up a little bit. Release it a little bit. You can bring the upper body up a little bit. Find wherever it is that you can find comfort in the confrontation and take 2 more breaths. Finding the comfort is going to prevent your body from reacting to the stretch and tensing up. Using the breath will allow you to release into it. If you do want a little more, flex the right toes back towards the face, pull the right hip back, lower the left shoulder more than the right, take another deep breath, and then release the strap completely. Let the upper body go and walk both fingertips towards the right heel. Now maybe your fingertips get in line with the heel, maybe they walk past it, doesn't matter how far forward your fingers get, but just watch your right big toe. It'll keep trying to drift out to the right, hug it in. Pull the right hip back, lower the left shoulder down, left ear to right knee. Take another deep breath here. And then when it feels good, slowly and gently come back up to center. This is where it gets more fun. Left shin is already parallel. Slowly bend the right knee and bring the right shin in front of the left. Feel that the spine is long and tall, shoulders draw back, your heart is nice and open. Let's work in a twist while we're here. Left hand to the right knee. Left elbow bends so the left shoulder drops away from the ear, and look over the right shoulder when you're ready. Take a big inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale and twist. Look over the right shoulder. Feel the left elbow bending. Feel the left shoulder dropping away from the left ear, and look over the right shoulder a little more. 1 more breath. Inhale on the lift, exhale on the twist. Notice the breath always is letting you in. Keep the grip on the right knee with the left hand and exhale. Cross your right arm in front of the left and grab onto your left knee. So now you're grabbing onto both knees, opposite knees with opposite hands. It should feel uncomfortable. It's awkward. Bend the elbows. Let the head drop. Tuck your chin in towards your chest and take 5 quality breaths here. Think about the inhale expanding the back of your body. And then allow the exhale to bend the elbows down a little deeper towards the floor. Tuck the chin to your chest, round the spine even more. Think about the elbows pulling down and hug everything into the midline. Give yourself 2 more quality breaths. Elbows bend, shoulders drop, the back of the neck releases. Feel that the chin tucks in, the elbows drop, everything is opening through the back of the body. Take another deep breath. 1 more. By now, you should notice the energy through the middle and upper back. When it feels good, release the grip on your legs and walk your arms forward. You can groan. Try to get your chin as close to the floor as you can manage, so that as you reach the arms forward, you start to feel that there's a connection from the fingertips, the shoulders, into the hips. By now, your right hip should be saying loving things to you. Now, if it's not saying loving things to you, you have to start to think about the relationship with your right hip. Why would it be angry with you if you were nice and compassionate and loving to it? So say something loving to your right hip. I know it sounds a little silly at first, but your thoughts, your word choice, the attitude that you bring into a circumstance is going to define what you get out of it. So keep thinking about the energy you want to open. Take 1 more deep breath here, reach a little farther forward. And then start to walk the upper body back up to center. You can moan and groan a little bit. We're working to create habits rather than being creatures of habit. So find yourself being able to let yourself in. Bring the arms out wide, fingertips in line with the hips. Use that to get a little long and tall. Look at your right knee. You're going to keep it down. Don't let it lift up. Start to walk the upper body over to the left. That right knee is tricky. Draw the left arm out to the left. Draw the right shoulder back. You might feel that that right knee is tricky. Keep it pressing down. Don't force it with your hand. Just energetically, right knee down. Draw the right shoulder back. Take a big deep breath so the belly expands, the ribs expand. And then when it feels good, bend your left elbow. Now bending the left elbow is instantly going to give you access to the lower back on the right side. When you're ready for a little more, keep looking up to the sky, pull the right shoulder back, and then reach the right arm over the right ear. Now this is a really deep side stretch, so find what feels good. If you need less, you can lift up a little more on the left arm. If you need more, bend the left elbow, and that will let you in. Draw the right shoulder back, stretch through the right arm, right elbow towards the right ear, and bend the left elbow a little more. 2 more breaths. Feel the right side open, reach through the right fingertips, breathe as deep as you can into the lower belly on the right side. Take one more breath. Maybe the right elbow can get closer to the ear. Maybe you can reach a little farther to the left. Change the angle just a bit to change the sensation. Then exhale and fold forward with a little groan and moan. Let your head drop, reach the arms forward. It should feel good. When you're ready, begin to walk the upper body back up to center. Take your time. Arms draw wide, shoulders draw back, chin lifts. Arms draw wide and walk the right fingertips out to the right. Draw the left shoulder back. Take your time. Bend the right elbow, breathe into the left side, find a little more space there. Look up past your left shoulder. Bend the right elbow, breathe into the left hip. Think about the breath moving through the ribs on the left side. When you're ready for a little more, reach the left arm over the left ear, palm facing down. You can bend the right elbow. That will give you access to the left hip. Draw the left shoulder back, reach through the left arm, stretch and lengthen. Find the breath in the release. So as you reach, bend the right elbow, get a little deeper. Draw the left shoulder back, get a little more space. Take another deep inhale and exhale. Reach a little farther if you're able. And exhale, slowly come forward. Oh, you should moan and groan a little. It makes such a difference when you moan. Walk the upper body back up to center when you're ready. And then slowly straighten the legs all the way out. So now you can windshield wiper out the feet. You might notice a little action in that right hip. When you windshield wiper the feet, you notice the connection between the heels all the way through the legs and all the way to the hips. So we're starting from the ground up, starting from the foundation. Look at the left leg, perfectly straight. Right foot inside of the left thigh. So you can grab onto your fancy strap or your pillowcase or your towel, whatever you have to allow for the resistance. When it feels good, you're going to bring that strap right outside the ball of your left foot. The left foot should be perfectly in line with the left shoulder and the left hip. Don't let it drift out to one side or the other. We want to really access that energy through the left hamstring so that we can relieve the lower back tension. That's what we're doing. We're working around it to get to it. Big inhale, lift the chin. Try to keep your chin in line with your left big toe. So keep looking at it. Bend the elbows into the chest like they're coming into your ribs. And then slowly bring the upper body forward. Keep the chin lifted at first so the head doesn't drop, not yet. Lift and lengthen through the chest so that it feels like one day your chin will rest on the top of your big toe. Pull the elbows into the hips. Feel that the left toes are flexing back to the face, the left hip pulling behind you, and then letting the elbows get closer to the floor as you reach the chin farther towards the left big toe. So by now you should feel energy moving through there. Make certain that you feel that this energy is serving you, that it's opening you, expanding you, giving you access, so that you never convince yourself that this energy is working against you. It's always working with you. Pull the elbows in, reach the chin a little farther forward, flex the toes back a little farther, give yourself 2 more breaths. If for some reason you want more, you can always flex the toes back and think about lifting the heel off of the floor. If you think about lifting the left heel, it will get more intense. That doesn't mean that that's necessary. It's just an option. Give yourself 2 more breaths. Elbows pull in, heart reaching forward. I know there's a lot going on by now. Feel the left hip pulling back, the left toes pulling back. 1 more big inhale and exhale. The body can move. Inhale, lift. Exhale and come forward. Just that energy of movement makes a difference. Inhale, lift. Exhale and come forward. Now let that strap drag across your left foot. So now the right hand's close to the left big toe, the left elbow's back behind, look over the left shoulder and think about bringing your right ear to your left knee. Doesn't mean the ear has to touch, but keep looking over the left shoulder, lower the right elbow, right ear to left knee, and flex the left toes back when you want more. If you want a little more still, you can feel that you're lifting the left heel. That will engage the left quad. It will take some of the action out of the top of the leg and direct it all the way into the left hamstring. Pull the left hip back, lower the right shoulder lower than the left. The lower your right elbow and shoulder is toward the floor, you're going to get a deeper stretch through the left leg. Look over the left shoulder, right ear to the left knee. Feel like you're pulling that left arm back without a death grip on the strap. I don't want your knuckles to turn white. Be gentle with yourself. Lower the right ear, take another breath, pull the left shoulder back. Breathe. By now, there should be a lot going on in there. Find a space where you can find comfort in it. Take one more breath. Now simply release the grip of the strap completely and walk the arms forward. Try to straighten your arms so the fingertips get past the left heel. Try to lower the right ear towards the left knee. Bend the elbows, drop the shoulders, inch the arms forward, stretch through the sides of your body. 3 quality breaths. Every inhale should feel like your body is easing you in. Every exhale, releasing you down a little deeper. And all you need is a slow, steady breath to gain access. We're not rushing. We're not moving too fast. We're just allowing the body to ease in. Bend the elbows, drop the shoulders, right ear to left knee. Maybe flex the left toes back towards the face. Find what feels good. Ease yourself in and breathe. One more long inhale and exhale. And then as it feels good, slowly and gently bring the upper body back up to center. Take your time. This is the fun part. Right shin stays where it is. Left shin in front of the right. Be gentle. Find a space where the body can sit up straight. Right hand comes to the left knee. Left hand to the floor behind you. Look over the left shoulder this time. Use the left fingertips to straighten the spine. Bend the right elbow. Look over the left shoulder. 3 breaths. Inhale on the lift and exhale on the twist. Bend the right elbow. Drop the right shoulder. Inhale on the lift. Exhale on the twist. One more deep breath. Inhale, lift. And then exhale on the twist. Keep the right hand on the left knee, and then when it feels good, slowly cross the left arm in front of the right. Grab onto both knees, bend the elbows, tuck the chin in towards your chest, breathe into it as deep as you're able. Tuck the chin into your chest as much as you can. Think that you're looking towards your navel so that you round the middle and upper back even more. In our work to open up the back, it's helpful to release the shoulders, the space through the back of the neck and the head. Take another inhale and exhale. Allowing yourself to create more space, giving yourself more access, more opening, more action in the body. Take one more breath. Slowly come back up to center. Now reach the arms wide. Fingertips in line with the hips. Feel that the spine is long and tall. Now you have to focus on the left knee because that'll be the tricky side. Press the left knee down energetically. Begin to walk the right arm out to the right. Take your time. Draw the left shoulder back and start to look up. Feel that the left knee is pressing away from you. Feel that the right elbow is dropping towards the floor. Draw the left shoulder back, and then if it feels good, you'll start to bend the right elbow more. Breathe into the left side. We're easing in. There's no reason to rush. Just take your time. Long quality breaths. Feel the space between the ribs expand on the left side. And then whenever it feels good, start to reach your left arm over the left ear, palm facing down. Left shoulder draws back, chin lifts, heart opens, and then bend the right elbow a little more and get deeper into the left side. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Big inhale so the belly expands, the ribs expand, the heart opens wider, straighten the left arm. One more breath, see if you can get a little more space. And then exhale and slowly fold forward. Let the elbows bend, the shoulders drop, the forehead falls towards the earth. Walk the arms forward, feel the sides of the body stretch and open. Breathe as deep in as you can. Let the back of the neck release, let the head drop. And then as it feels good, you're going to slowly walk the upper body back up to center. Take your time, just let the body ease in. When it feels good, let's walk over to the left, just even it all out. Look up past the right shoulder, walk out to the left as much as you're able. Draw the right shoulder back. It's easier to keep that right knee down, and whenever it feels good, reach the right arm over the right ear. Taking your time, just feeling the sides of the body open. Give yourself 3 big breaths, bend the left elbow, get a little more space. Draw the right shoulder back, stretch through the right arm, a little more space. Feel that you're accessing that space through the sides of the body, which is going to help us to access the energy in the lower back even more. One more deep inhale. Then exhale, slowly fold forward. Walk the arms forward. Let your forehead drop towards the floor. Give yourself 3 or 4 long, deep breaths here. Feel the arms reaching forward. Feel the elbows dropping. Feel the shoulders releasing. Feel that your body is letting you in so that your mind begins to let you go. So that you're not forcing, fighting, you're not muscling. There's no struggle happening. It's all effortless surrender. Take 1 more deep breath. When it feels good, start to lift the upper body back up to center. Be nice to yourself. Move slowly. Slowly straighten the legs. Windshield wiper the feet back and forth. Getting a little action and a little space in there. Creating opening. So with the next exhale, bring the legs wide. Let's ease our way into the inner thighs and hip flexors. The energy at the hip flexors wraps around to the psoas and the piriformis, so it goes all the way through the lower back. So we don't realize a lot of the times that the energy right there at the hips is creating some of the tension in the lower back. So flex the toes back, be gentle with yourself. Doesn't matter how far you come forward, start with the fingertips inching forward. Once the fingertips inch, you should start feeling a little action at your inner thighs and hips. Then you opt to smile. Anytime you feel action at your inner thighs and hips, you should smile. Reach the arms forward, let your head drop. We don't want to be too serious in our yoga practice, especially not with our hip work. If you're too serious, you'll just tap into all the emotional energy you've been storing in your hips, and it's easier to smile through it than it is anything else. Try to let your elbows bend, your shoulders drop, let your head drop. We don't want to grit our teeth or scrunch up our forehead by creating a painful look. Try to create a pleasurable look to your face. Maybe a little moan and groan will help with that. Bend the elbows, let the shoulders drop, and start to reach the arms farther forward. Feel the back of the neck release, the head drop, everything lets go, and then flex the toes a little more. And then straighten the arms a little more. So ease in. One day the elbows touch, then one day the belly touches, one day the forehead touches, one day the arms are all the way straight out, and you can be very impressed with yourself when that day happens. And you realize that it doesn't much matter what it looks like, it matters what it feels like. So if you feel like you need more, flex the toes back towards the face, kick with the heels, inch the arms farther forward. This is your body. Don't worry about what anybody else's body is doing. Just think about how you can gain more access to yourself. You spend more time with yourself in this life than you will with anyone else. So you want to get a really good relationship with yourself. When it feels good, start to walk the upper body back up to center. We're creating habits rather than being creatures of habits. So now, bring the feet together. You can groan. Feet together, but bring the feet far away from your body. So we just got the inner thighs and hips. Let's get to the outer hips just for a breath. Feel the feet press. Shoulders draw back. Heart opens. On the exhale, come forward. Feel that the big toes are pressing together. The feet should be far enough away from you that you have to make an effort to press the big toes together. Then start to reach the arms forward. Doesn't take too much to go forward to feel it. So walk the arms forward, and then when it feels good, just let your head drop. Let your teeth separate. This is a really good spot to let your tongue fall out of your mouth. Let the tongue fall out of your mouth. Let the lips fall away from your teeth. Let your skin fall away from your cheeks. Just notice how that feels. Probably feels like when a dog sticks its head out the window and the air floods in their face. It's that feeling, that sense of release, that sense of freedom through the face, the neck, the jaw, the shoulders. Take one more breath. You can wiggle your tongue around if you want to get wild and breathe. Try to inch the arms a little farther forward. Take one more deep inhale. Try to feel the body move on the inhale and exhale. Noticing that you can create space with each breath. Even if you felt a little stuck in the last breath, you realize you're safe in this breath. When it feels good, start to walk the upper body back up to center. You should probably moan a little with the effort. Groaning is always good. Straighten out the legs, windshield wiper the feet back and forth. So now you should feel that the inner thighs and hips are open, so that's going to allow us to prepare a little deeper into the twist. Left leg straight, right foot to the floor. Right foot 2 fists distance from your left thigh. So 2 fists is about 6 inches. That's the perfect distance for your hips. Walk the right foot out enough that you don't feel like you're going to fall to one side or the other. I want you to feel stable. Left hand to the right knee. Left shoulder drops away. Right fingertips to the floor behind you. Inhale on the lift. And exhale, look over the right shoulder, twist. Inhale, long and tall on the lift. Exhale for the twist. Take two more. Inhale, lift. And exhale on the twist. So good. Come back to center. Let's get a little deeper into this side. Slowly bring the right foot outside of the left thigh. Take your time. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Lift and lengthen. Notice there's a cute pocket for your left elbow to come right outside of the knee. Hug the knee in towards the body and look over the right shoulder. Now, if you pull the belly into the left thigh, you're going to get a deeper twist into the lower back. So take a big inhale. Exhale on the twist. Two more. Inhale. Exhale on the twist. One more deep breath. Big inhale. Exhale on the twist. And then as it feels good, slowly come back to center. Take your time and then just release the right leg. Breathe into it. Find a little space there. Ease in. Let's work the twist on the other side, and then we're going to go on to the back. It's very exciting. Keep the right leg straight. Left foot to the floor. 2 fists distance. 2 fists between the foot and the thigh. Right hand to the left knee. Right elbow draws away. Left fingertips behind. Inhale on the lift. And then exhale for the twist. Feel the inhale, lift and lengthen. The right shoulder drops away from the ear. Look over the left. One more big inhale. Exhale in the twist. One more. If you take like one breath at a time, you make more out of each breath. Look over the left shoulder and gently come back to center. On the next exhale, left foot comes outside of the right leg. We're working deeper into the twist. Right elbow hooks perfectly outside of the left knee. Hug it in tight. Lift and lengthen. Try to get the belly closer to the left thigh and then look over the left shoulder. Inhale on the lift. Exhale on the twist. Keep breathing in. Inhale, lift. Exhale on the twist. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale on the twist. Getting a little more out of it. So good. Gently come back to center. Straighten the legs out. Windshield wiper out the feet a few times. Feel that the spine is long and tall. And then now when you're ready, bring the feet in all the way towards the hips. Toes and heels together. Knees wide. Feet in as close to the hips as you can manage. So now we're going to get one last bit of access to those hip flexors. Grab onto the ankles with your hands. Bend the elbows into the body so your spine is straight. Pull the shoulders back. Lift the chin. And then when it feels good, reach your heart forward. Feel like the chin is reaching past your toes. Pull the shoulders back, lift the chin. Take a big inhale, lift. Exhale and come forward, lengthen. Inhale on the lift. Exhale and come forward. Now that you're forward, release the grip on your ankles. Walk the arms forward. Take your time. Elbows bend, shoulders drop. It does not matter how close the elbows to get to the floor. Let your head drop. That will help. One day your forehead will touch your big toes and you will feel what enlightenment feels like. It just sounds silly saying it. Enlightenment doesn't come from your forehead to your big toes. It comes from what you allow in the space between your thoughts, where you allow yourself this open space with no judgment, no examination, no attachment to an outcome, no expectation. Enlightenment is that space where you just feel peace, where you feel access to your highest self, where you feel like you're in a space of perfect balance, knowing that you're already enough. There's no reason to want for anything more. You're already enough. So in this effort of self-improvement, self-awareness, creating habits rather than being a creature of habit, just keep thinking about how you want to feel and allow that to dictate your state of being. And then when it feels good, begin to come back up to center. You should probably moan. Oh, groan. Straighten the legs all the way out. The moan makes it so much better. Windshield wiper the feet back and forth. So now, this is where it gets exciting. We're going to get back into that strap work. So good. So when it feels good, start by bending the knees. You're going to work to interlace your fingers and bring the hands behind your thighs. So the hands behind the thighs is going to give you like a little bit of resistance to drop the shoulders. We're going to lower down as slow as possible. The last one down wins. So slowly lift your toes, tuck the chin into your chest. The moment you tuck the chin in, you'll feel the back of the neck and shoulders. When you lift your toes, you'll feel like you're leaning back a little. You'll feel it on your sacrum. Take your time here. Chin into the chest. Start to feel the heels walk in towards the body slow. One vertebrae at a time. The last one down wins. So the feet start to lift. Take your time. Slow. Start to feel the lower back settle. Start to feel that the sacrum drops. Start to feel that the lower vertebrae start to come into the floor slowly, slowly. Start to get into the middle back, slowly, slowly. And then as it feels good, slowly start to let the upper back and the shoulders drop. And the minute the shoulders get to the floor, the head drops. Keep the knees in towards your body for just a few minutes. So feel that your lower back is on the floor, and then hug the knees in a little tighter, gently, gently, and then let the lower back settle again. Take your time. One more. Hug the knees in slightly so the lower back lifts just a little. And exhale, release, let the lower back settle. Now bring the soles of both feet to the floor. You should feel that the lower back is pretty deep into the earth, but we're going to do a little more to get there. Keep the eye gaze straight up to the sky. You won't have to look anywhere. Shoulders drop, bring the arms by the sides of your body, palms to the floor. So it's like a little bit of a bridge. You're going to feel the feet into the floor. All you're going to do is scoop your hips up and then scoop the hips towards the heels. Little bit of a lift and scoop the hips to the heels. Little bit of a lift and scoop the hips to the heels. So now your spine is even straighter. The back is down even more. Make certain that your strap is not too far away because you're going to use it soon, not right now. Take your time and draw the right knee into the body. We want that strap nearby so they don't have to reach too far for it. Take your time, hug the right knee in. Feel that the right knee hugs in towards the chest. Hug it in so that you start to feel that energy at the hip flexor. That's why we opened all that up before we got down. Pull the right knee in towards the right shoulder. Take your time. Hug the right knee in as tight as you need and then take 2 deep breaths. So the beautiful thing is this also opens up the hip flexors, but it also stimulates your ascending colon. So it helps to start flushing out whatever's stuck in there. When it feels good, keep the right knee in and then slowly, slowly, slowly start to straighten your left leg. So take your time, left leg straightens, right knee hugs in. So the moment you straighten the left leg, you should start to feel the front of the left hip, and you feel like the more you pull the right knee in, that you create space between your left heel, left hip, and right knee. Breathe into that space. Take your time. Ease yourself in. 1 breath at a time. Now slowly, you're going to release your fingertips interlaced, and you're going to grab onto your strap, your pillowcase, your towel, and then work the strap again at the big toe of your right foot. So the big toe mound, you're going to work the strap around the right foot. So this is essentially the same work that we did on the floor when we were sitting up, but now we're lying back. And it's always funny because everybody thinks once you get on your back, that's when everything gets easy. Well, it actually usually is a little more confrontational. So that's why we warmed ourselves up. So you should have your hands even on the strap. Try to get the shoulders to drop, the elbows to get low. So you can bring the hands at the very end of the pillowcase towel strap, wherever it feels good, so you still have tension, but you're not putting any stress or strain in your shoulders. I don't want you to feel like you have to hold onto the strap to create resistance. Gravity is going to do it for you. This is the beauty of this. So now the left leg is perfectly straight. Try to keep the left leg on the floor and engage. So feel the back of the left leg press. Now focus your attention at your right foot. Right big toe should be pointing straight in line with your forehead. So the right big toe is not drifting to either side. It's straight ahead. Kick the right heel up to the sky. Your focus is to make certain that right leg stays straight. So don't let the right knee bend. If it bends a little bit, it's fine. But the focus is to try to keep that right leg as straight as you can, feeling like the back of the knee is pressing away from you. That's going to give you the ultimate access to your right hamstring. So we're going to ease in and stay here for probably a good 10 breaths or so. I don't say that to scare you. I say that so you warm into it. Take your time. Right leg straight. Flex the right toes back. Luckily, we're all about already a good 3 or 4 breaths in. Feel that your right foot is eventually coming towards your face. One day, your right big toe will rest on your forehead, and certainly you'll be the talk of the town when that happens. It'll be very exciting. You'll go viral on social media for your big toe touching your forehead. It just all sounds so silly to think about it, that the big toe against the forehead is somehow a measure of success. It's not. Think about just breathing through the right leg. Wherever your right leg winds up is perfect. Your only focus is to make sure it stays straight. By now, you're feeling a lot of action through the right calf, through the right hip, probably all the way into the right glute. You might already be noticing it as it moves into the IT band on the right side. Funny, because that's where we're going next. So give yourself 3 more breaths here. Think about the elbows bending, shoulders dropping, so you didn't transfer any of that energy from the hamstring into the shoulders. Take your time and keep working into the stretch. So I just want to change my angle a little so that you can see that the next movement is very subtle. So the right leg's still straight, left leg is still an anchor. Switch your straps into your left hand. So both sides of the strap in your left hand. You can bring the right arm down to the floor by the right side of your body so it's a little anchor. Look at your right leg. Slowly bring your right leg over to the left, 2 inches, 3 inches tops, towards the midline over to the left side. If your right hip lifts off the floor, you've gone too far. So the only focus is to feel like that right heel comes over to the left, not more than 3 or 4 inches. If you go too far, you're going to miss the happiness that you will notice throbbing down the right side of your leg. That's happiness. That's the energy that's moving through your IT band. It's moving into your lower back. This is joy, happiness, bliss, ecstasy. If you are not convinced it's joy and you want more energy, flex the right toes back to the face, kick with the right heel, feel that the right big toe is not going too far over. If it goes farther than your left shoulder, you've gone too far. If you feel a cool breeze underneath your right hip, that would be the joy seeping out, you've gone too far. Be gentle with yourself. Let the right leg come over enough that you can flex the right toes, kick with the right heel, and breathe into the magic on your right leg. Yes, that's magic. It must be magic. What else would it be? Give yourself 3 big breaths here. I know that the heat and the energy is starting to intensify. That is a reflection of the energy you've been holding inside. Now you're just releasing it. It's like popping the top on a soda. At first, yes, it is an explosion of energy, but it starts to slowly dissipate and calm. Take another deep breath. Be nice to yourself. Flex the right toes. Kick with the right heel. Right leg perfectly straight. Take another deep breath. Groan. When you're ready, you're going to let that strap release. Take your time. Slowly let the knee bend. This will feel really good. Drop the right knee all the way over to the left for a deep twist. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Reach the right arm out to the right, palm facing down. Now the beauty of this twist is it's getting all of that energy through the right hip that we just accessed. It's releasing the energy through the right IT band, and this helps all of that energy to open up through the lower back. Any issues you have with sciatica, any issues you have with herniated discs, this is going to help relieve that tension. We're creating space between the vertebrae. We're opening up the body. Breathe in. If at any point something does not feel good, you modify the angle. So you might bring the knee up a little higher to get a little more space through the hip. Find that you're getting a little more opening into the lower back. And then gently, if it doesn't feel good there, you can drop the right knee down a little and you'll get more access into the front of the hip and the right glute. So it just is a matter of the angle of the knee that will give you access. So I invite you to play with that a little bit. Find what feels good. Look past your right hand. Now think about the right shoulder dropping. So let's try to create as much space through the right knee, right hip, right shoulder, and right fingertips as possible. Reach the right arm out. Now deep breathe through the chest. Big inhale, the belly expands, the body expands, the mind open, everything opens. Take 1 more breath here. Big breaths. Focus more energy on the inhale than you do the exhale. And then as it feels good, slowly, slowly, you can only do it slowly, begin to draw the right knee into the body. You should probably moan and groan. It's going to feel like a little achy at first. Take your time. Bring the right foot up to the sky, half of a happy baby. I know you're excited. Right elbow inside of the right knee, sole of the right foot up to the sky, Right heel in alignment with your right knee so that when you drop that right knee down, you will feel the opening through the right hip. You might get a nice snap, crack, and pop in the midst of it. 3 breaths here. Working to keep the sole of the right foot pointing straight up to the ceiling, right heel in line with right knee dropping down towards the floor, feeling like you're kicking into the right hand as you pull the right knee down. Press the back of the left leg down. Keep it as an anchor. Feel that you're now creating space from the left hip all the way to the right. Take 2 more breaths. Kick into the right hand if you want more as you're pulling the right foot down. 1 more breath. Big inhales. And without a slingshot, gently release the right leg. Take your time. Bring the right foot to the floor. When it feels good, straighten the right leg all the way. Now you're going to notice a big difference between the right and left side. Don't get shocked. Feel that there's this rush of heat and energy through your right thigh all the way to the right toes. That rush of energy is giving you access to the right side. It's going to allow everything to release. Let's go back, focus on the left side now. So when it feels good, ease the knees to bend, soles of the feet to the floor, palms by the sides of your body. You want to get your alignment back. Make certain your shoulders and hips are in one line. They could have drifted. So press through the palms, shoulders drop, your upper body is the anchor. 2 sets of that little bridge pose where you lift the hips and scoot the hips towards the heels. Be gentle. Lift the hips, scoot the hips to the heels. Lift the hips, scoot them to the heels. Take your time. Feel that the lower back is pressed down. Keep the right foot to the floor for a moment and then gently draw the left knee in. Interlace the fingers on top of the left knee. Pull the left knee in towards the chest. Left knee in line with the left shoulder as much as you can, and then slowly, slowly straighten your right leg. Feel that you're pulling the left knee in. Feel that you're pressing the right leg out. Feel that you're opening that space through the right hip and pull the left knee in closer. Big quality breaths here. Every inhale and exhale is creating space. Pull the left knee in, press the back of the right leg down. Feel that the shoulders drop. Just be easy with yourself. Feel like the left knee is pulling in and you're creating space. Take 2 quality breaths. Left knee hugs in, back of the right leg pressing down. Make certain your strap is not too far away and grab onto it when you're ready. Strap, pillowcase, you don't need anything fancy. That's the beauty of it. You could be doing this lying in bed. You could rip the pillowcase off of the pillow and just do it while you're in bed. Whenever you're ready, straighten the left leg. Take your time. The left leg should be perfectly straight. So as the work to press the back of the knee away from you, you're flexing the toes towards you, kicking the heel up to the sky. You are gauging how deep you get into the stretch. Work to make certain your left big toe is in line with the left heel, pointing towards your left shoulder, so that you're really working one day to get that left big toe to touch your forehead. Doesn't mean that has to happen. It's the focus of the alignment. Let your shoulders drop. Let your elbows dangle. So you're not forcing fighting muscling. You're just letting gravity help you to ease in. Press the back of the right leg down. Kick with the right heel. Flex the right toes. Flex the left toes if you want more. 3 quality breaths here. Every breath you take is giving you access. So it's just up to you where you are getting the access. Flex the left toes. Kick with the left heel. Think about the left big toe coming into the body and press the back of the right leg down. Big inhales and exhales. Noticing the rhythm of the breath. So you already know we're going to be here for a little while. Take your time. So there's no rush. You're not forcing, not fighting. If you can handle more, kick the left heel up to the sky. Flex the left toes back towards the face. Feel that the back of the left leg is letting you in. Feel that your left toes eventually start to come towards your forehead. Maybe the elbows draw even wider so the shoulders drop. Give yourself a few breaths here just to ease your body in so you know where your body needs to go to give you more access, more space. If you feel one thing that feels super confrontational, channel your breath there, breathe it out. Every inhale and exhale is going to give you access here. So just be gentle with yourself. Keep pulling the left big toe towards your face. Flex the left heel up to the sky. Let the elbows and shoulders drop. Kick with the left heel. Lengthen through your left leg. Feel like your left foot is reaching up to the sky, the left hip dropping down, the elbows bending, the shoulders dropping, and your big toe easing its way towards your forehead. Take another 2 breaths. Feel the back of the right leg pressing into the floor. Feel that that energy is dancing through your left hamstring. It's dancing. It's not marching. It's not struggling. It's dancing. So there's grace, beauty, and energy in everything. If you're able to flex the left toes back, please try. Flex and kick through the left heel if you can. Take 2 more deep breaths. Feel that you're pulling the left quad away from the left knee. That will even help to straighten the left leg more and just change the dynamics of the stretch. When you're ready, bring the straps into both hands on the right side. Left hand can come to the floor by your left side. The left arm is an anchor. The left hip is an anchor. Look at your left big toe, and then all you're going to do is gently bring that left leg over to the midline, not more than 2 or 3 inches at the most. It's a subtle shift of the angle. The left leg comes just over from center so that you feel that now that energy is concentrated in the outer edge of your left leg. Kick with the left heel. Flex the left toes back to the face. Feel the back of the left leg working for you. Flex the left toes, kick with the left heel. Take 3 quality breaths here. Every inhale and exhale is giving you space. All you need is the access. That access is the opening that's letting you in. But it's not your body that's really letting you in, it's the mind. Because if you relax and allow the breath to do the work for you, rather than analyzing, critiquing, examining, or trying to diagnose the energy in your leg, feel that you're gaining access to that space that wraps all the way into the lower back of the hip. If you need a little more, flex the left toes back to the face, kick with the left heel. Feel that the outer edge of the left leg is opening and engaging that energy with every breath. By now, there should be a dance of energy tingling up the entire left side of your leg. Oh, it's a magical dance of energy. Now, I call it magic because that energy was not there before, so you've created it. You've accessed the energy that might have been lying dormant in the body and might have been stuck in the lower back, and now it's moving through the left leg. This is magic. Give yourself another breath. Flex the left toes if you want more. Kick the left heel. Press the back of the left leg away. Feel that there is action happening through that left leg. Take another deep breath. Oh, it's so good. It's always when you want to get out of it that you get the most out of it. Don't give up. Keep flexing the left toes. Kick with the left heel. If it's too intense, release a little by bringing the left leg back over to the left. Take your time. Another deep breath. 2 more, and then we're going to work into the twist. Feel that that breath moves the energy through the left leg. 1 more breath. You're probably not going to go into it later, so get as much as you can out of it now. Whenever you're ready, you're going to let that strap release. Be gentle, gentle, gentle. Bend the left knee. Groan with the effort. Slowly. You can only do it slowly. Draw the left knee over to the right. Take your time. Reach the left arm out to the left. Allow the left shoulder to drop. Feel the opening through the heart. Feel the left knee drop to the floor. Look past your left hand. And now your work is the deep breath. Deep inhale and exhale with the breath. Feel the left knee drop. Reach the left arm out. Draw the left shoulder down. Give yourself 4 deep breaths. So think about the inhale, expanding the belly, the ribs, the body. The exhale is letting you in. Keep reaching the left arm out. Look past the left hand. Breathe. Slow and steady inhales and exhales. Make a little noise with the breath. Moan and groan with the breath. Find the space with the breath. You're letting yourself in. 1 breath at a time. So don't feel like you're forcing, stressing, fighting, muscling, struggling. Ease yourself in. Give yourself 2 more breaths. Big inhale. And deep quality exhale. 1 more. And then as it feels good, slowly, 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 take your time. Hug the left knee in towards the chest. Take your time. Ease, ease, ease. And bring your left hand to grab the pinky toe side of the left foot, half of the happy baby. Oh, it's so exciting. Left elbow inside of the left knee draws out wide. Grab the pinky toe side of the left foot, feel the left heel kicking up to the sky, feel the back of the right leg pressing down, left knee drops, ease into the space. So start to feel that your body can ease you into the opening. So you're not always trying to muscle your way in. What would be the point of fighting against your body? It would just fight back. So instead, be gentle, loving, compassionate. It's the same thing in our relationships and our interactions. There's no point in fighting because the person will just want to fight back. So you feel that you're creating an energy through your body. It starts in your mind. You listen to your thoughts so you know that there's the opportunity to remove yourself from the thought. Listen to it, observe it, and then start to create the thoughts that are working for you. Take another deep breath, focusing on being creators of habit rather than creatures of habit. Take another inhale, and then when it feels good without a slingshot, you're going to gently let that left foot release. Take your time. Oh, slowly let the left foot come to the floor. Take your time. Let the left foot just settle there for a moment. And then when it feels good, you'll start to straighten that left leg. Let the legs grow long. Let the feet fall wide. Let the arms drop by your sides. And just breathe here for a few minutes. Maybe you'll windshield wiper out the left leg back and forth. You will notice that now you've created this nice opening through the hips. The legs fall heavier. The feet fall wider. The body is letting you in. And you didn't have to struggle or fight for it to happen. Keep breathing. Legs are straight. Feet fall wide. Hips drop and sink. Keep breathing. Ease yourself in. Then when it feels good, slowly and gently bend both knees, soles of the feet to the floor. Hug both knees in the body. This will be very exciting. Full happy baby. Grab the pinky toe sides of your feet, elbows inside of the knees. Let the knees draw wide. So you might bend one knee and then the other, but keep the lower back flat. That's the important part. Lower back's flat, shoulders are flat, heads releasing to the floor. Soles of the feet feel like they might walk on the ceiling. So your heels are perfectly above the knees, soles of the feet up to the sky. Hold on to the soles of the feet, elbows inside of the knees. Shines from within is illuminating your life. That light that shines from within is guiding you towards your destiny, your dreams. Focus on the light that shines in the space between your eyes. And allow this light to illuminate your life. And allow this light to brighten the lives of the people you touch. And allow your light to make the world an even brighter place to be. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Slow, steady rhythm. And with every exhale, the body releases deeper. Separate the teeth, release the jaw, shoulders drop, the belly lets go. And notice that when you focus on the release, your body relaxes. Your mind lets go. And everything gets easier when you take life one slow, steady breath at a time. Visualize your next inhale, bringing the life force back into your limbs. Visualize this life force from the toes into the ankles, into the calves, thighs, hips, stomach, shoulders, forearms, wrists, and fingertips. Visualize this life force moving from the toes, ankles, calves, thighs, hips, stomach, shoulders, and out through the crown of your head. Visualize this life force moving from the toes, ankles, calves, thighs, hips, stomach, shoulders, out through the forearms, wrists, fingertips. Wiggle the toes, fingers, circle the ankles and wrists. And when it feels good, draw the knees in towards the body. Take your time, be slow, steady, mindful. Coming back into a seated space when it feels good. Be easy on yourself, hands to heart center. Shoulders drop back and down away from the ears. Press your thumbs against your heart. Close your eyes. Open your mind. Reminding yourself that health and wellness begins inside. It begins one thought, one belief at a time. So believe in your power, believe in your purpose, and believe that you are creating your habits. You're not falling into any old habits. You're creating brand new ones. One thought, one word, and one action at a time. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my energy with you this morning. Blessings and blessings and blessings. Spoken word yoga. Namaste.